Part 2 indeed. I'm sure I'm going to regret this later, but we'll see how we go. So I've decided, being that I don't want to go overtime on Monday after armour, what I might do is I might do the extra gunner heat PC today. Oh no, they came down, we had lunch together, but then they had to go take my sister somewhere, so we had a quick family visit. But yeah, like, in order to not run overtime on Monday, I might not do gunner heat PC after armour, because as we discovered, was it last week, the week before? Yeah, that's risky. What I might do instead is go over some TACU stuff, because that's usually pretty simple to get through, fingers crossed. But for now, we're going to do part 2 of Gunner Heat PC. Hopefully I'm going to be a little less incompetent than I was earlier, because I'm not rushed now. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm pretty hit and miss with the game, so... Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't, and apparently this morning I did not have it. I don't know how long this stream's going to run. Probably not super duper long. I don't want to be going all day. So, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, who knows. But don't expect it to... Whoop, that's the wrong scene. Don't expect it to be, like, 8-hour fucking epic length. Because it probably will not be. I won't say it won't be, but I'll say it probably will not be. So, having completely made a shit show of things at the end of the stream before, let's do... Which mission do I want to do? I'm also trying to think of ones that don't cause issues with OBS. We did Lethargic Liberty and fucked it twice. Let's do Kingly Kayak. We might come back to Lethargic Liberty later. Kingly Kayak tends to be pretty difficult as well. It's another M60A1 mission and often happens at night. So we'll see how we go. Fastest ghost of family in the West. No, they ghosted me, dude. My parents can only come down for so much time because they have to get home before it's dark or before the river floods. And my sister had some stuff to do, so we're going back to her place. Okay, we're going to be hopping between the Gunner's primary site and the Orc site in this because, again, the GPS vibrates like a motherfucker on the move, so... Southern right whale testicles weigh 500 kilograms each. Thank you for that. I don't know how I could have got through my day without that information, Super. I appreciate it. We're actually going to stop on the back slope here and just have a quick scan. Usually this part of the map is pretty clear and you can advance through it safely, but every now and then you'll get a cheeky 55 spawning up there who can get you right in the side as you roll past. So we're just going to double check. It looks clear. We're going to continue ahead. Just double check over there. See, the traverse rate on the M60's turret is very slow compared to the Abrams, and extremely slow compared to the Bradley. How did we arrive at this topic? Like, wait, what? What? I feel like I'm out of the loop here. I'm missing something? So anyway, as I was saying earlier, before I had to go, from what I've read, standard procedure for dinosaur tankers, which in US service means M60 guys, is they used to actually stop to scan because the site was so unsteady in movement. I see that the AI still struggles with trees. He'll work it out eventually. Sometimes they clear obstacles like there's no issues. Like I've seen them just go, oh, there's a power line, and they'll go around it. But every now and then a tree trips them up like that. But they usually get themselves unstuck these days. Usually. AI improvements are in the pipeline, of course. The devs are aware that it's one of the weaker areas of the game at the moment, and it's also one of the more important ones. They just haven't pushed through yet because it's pretty involved, as you might imagine, changing the AI. We're going to stop here again for a second, just, again, have a quick scan. Just staying in the Orc site for now. Now, from past experience playing this mission, which is kind of metagaming, I get, I know there's probably going to be at least 2 T-55s behind that fold in the terrain. So I'm going to be a little cautious on my right side, but there could also be BMPs and stuff on my left, so we're not going to go rushing in. Hey, Envy. Whale watching, a whole other context of watching. Oi oi. I don't want to take too long to get up though, because if I waste too much time, the East German attack will be coming across that field and I'll get nailed in the side before I even deal with these guys, which is not optimal. So one other thing I want to do is get these guys into line. It means that I'm probably going to lose at least one tank as they crest this hill. Hopefully they can at least buy me some time to nail the offending 55s. Because the trap, right, is that you go, oh, well, they're approaching from down there. You roll that way and you get popped right in the side as you drive past. That's a lesson you only need to learn once. Not seeing anything over there. Sometimes you do get BMPs. I'm going to slow it right down over this. So the reason I'm using the AUX sight here, aside from the fact it's less shaky on the move by a bit, is I need to be able to tell if the gun's clear of terrain. As I alluded to in the previous stream, the AUX sight on the US tanks is mounted coaxially to the gun, so it's not quite the same height, but it's pretty close to it. On the Abrams, it's a little below the gun tube. On the M60, it's slightly above. Fuck. The other problem is the M60 is a tall tank. Jesus. So he can hit my turret in the cupola and penetrate me before I can get clear of terrain to hit him. He's still fucking... Christ. Ceasefire, he says. So the guy on the right's going to become the issue now. He's already been knocked, I think. Yeah, he's KO'd. How many 60s did we lose? 1? 2. Fuck. Okay. So we lost 2 tanks to do that. Not a good well, yeah, no, not a good trade. 2 for 2. Not happy about that. Let's get this other guy back in wedge. We're going to push into this tree line and try and do something resembling a reorg. Start until all targets are knocked down. You go as fast as possible. Yeah, okay. That'll be fun. So we've got a nice bit of a rise here we can work with. Like I said though, the turret on this thing is so tall, especially with this cupola, that you don't really have as much of a hold down position as you might think you do. Okay. They're going to attack it. Fuck. I'm not going to have an easy time ranging him through this. Let's just guess. Good guess. Didn't knock him though. There's a bunch of them there. Shit. Foliage is just enough to obscure my vision, but it's not enough that they can't see through it. I mean, I can also see through it, it's just difficult. Oh, he's... Fuck. Too much lead. We're so dead. Yep. Oh, things have not gone well for us. What is this guy doing? Okay, we'll get him down. We'll actually get him through this tree line and go around the base of it. We're going to battle sight the range. I'll just have to refigure it out when I get into a better shooting position. This is one of those missions, I can either do it clean or I can get completely fucked before the halfway point. Today's a get fucked before the halfway point day, apparently. I took too long in the start of the mission, so the East German attack was already rolling in by the time I dealt with the 55s. Okay, that's the BMP. I need the tank. Yeah. On. Not my best shot, but we hit him. Might have even mobility killed him. Go for center of scene mass. There we go. Black on Sabo, not good. I have to reload here in a sec. That was a good shot. I see it. Kind of. Right there. Yeah, he's telling me for another one, but I see that one, so we'll take it. I can't tell the fucking range with this fucking tree in my face. Okay, we're short. We'll wind it up to 1800. Oh, identified. Please stop moving so much. Oh, he's fucking zigzagging, bro. He's trying to get around that wreck is why. Not enough lead. Oh, we hit him. Not enough to stop him, though. No, I'll stay with this guy. I see him still. Not enough lead. Fuck. No, we're gonna push up. Scan right to make sure we're clear here. Get rid of the rangefinder. I don't want that. Okay, we're clear enough. I'm gonna push up. No, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I just had to split the stream into 2 because my family came down for lunch. Blue traces? Yeah, the Germans did them, I think. Or, well, IL-2 did. I don't know if it was accurate, but... There's all sorts of colours. I mean, there's green. I know that. Soviets used green. This is, okay, there they are. Now, eyeball that is about 800. Fucking bingo! Oh, shit. Fuck you, stop shooting at me. We are tracked, though. And we have not destroyed the full East German force. There's something still up, probably some BMPs. But we're out of tanks. I'd say they're probably in that direction, but I can't see them from here. Oh no, I think I know where they are. Have we got any working 113s? No, we don't. No, we fucking don't. Guess what time it is? Oh no. No, 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 we're not doing that. I bet you there's one up in the trees up there somewhere. Yeah, Mike Sparks time. I've got no gunner though, so I'm gonna have to try spot him for artillery and hope that gets him. Unless there's a second platoon there, which is possible, but I think... Oh, there could be... No, they're all knocked out. Tanks are all knocked out. Yeah, they're probably up here. They would have been on the back slope, which is why I didn't see them with the M60s on the way through. There! Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me! Come on, come on, come on. It's about level with the trees. Shit! I'm not in a good position here. Really not in a good position. We lost. Not an easy mission when you fuck up like I did. In real life, being tracked is a death sentence. If somebody's still in a position to get another shot on you, yes. Yes, it is. See, we still have this guy. He can't even retreat because he's tracked, though. Let's see where that arty lands, at least. See if it's close. A little short, maybe? Yeah, it's short. Fuck. We're not going to get him with it. I misjudged which tree line he was on. Let's quickly go through the after action, and we might retry the mission. Usually this one takes me a couple of attempts to get a good run. We'll we won't do damaging hits only, actually, because I want to see where they did this. You got lucky there. I got lucky there. I got unlucky with that shot. Yeah, that fucked him over. Hang on. Oh, that's... shit, that's my tank. Oh, I got lucky. Boy, did I get lucky. Both that that didn't disable my gun and didn't go through the loader or the ammo. What does tracked mean here? Immobilized. It means the track's been taken out, you can't move. My second shot went too low to actually hit his ammo, it looks like. So if I'd aimed a little higher, it would have been a kill shot, but I was just battle sighting him with the... well, not even battle sighting him, I was using the AUX sight and I was aiming off at a guess of how close I was. That was the other M60 getting deleted. That was the round that killed him. So that was one of my buddies. That was actually this guy's dying shot, took him out. Then I tanked another one with the gun mantlet. And then finally that's a shot that took that guy out. Right as he hit me again, I tanked it. And we've got to the T-72s. So I had him ranged really well, because I ranged for what, about 2,000? It's almost exactly 2,000. Which isn't bad for a guess. Like, I was working really quickly with the rangefinder and just hoping to get close. I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. Tanked another one there. Though so did he. That was the one that knocked the tank out. I'm actually surprised it didn't immediately pop the lid. So we took our other last remaining tank and we kept knocking them down while they were focused on the M113s. That was too low to be a kill shot. Might have immobilized him, but when it killed him. That was a decent one. Sway aim center of mass on T-72s. I know I've spoken about this plenty of times before in GHPC, but like, this is why. You don't try and aim, ooh, my weak spots, I'm going to aim for the lower plate. Good luck hitting that from above, especially. Good luck hitting that from above and getting a penetration on it from fucking 2,000 meters. You aim center of scene mass. Worst case, you hit the turret face, it doesn't go through, but it probably gives them a bit, you know, something to think about. But more likely, you hit this weak point in the hull around the driver's vision blocks, where there's no composite armor and the actual steel armor is also thinner because the driver's head needs somewhere to go. You hit the gun and it can't return fire at you, or maybe your round flies a bit high, you knock out the gunner's primary sight, or you knock out the commander or something like that. Like, you always aim center of scene mass, especially longer distance. You don't chase weak spots like a War Thunder player, because that's a good way to get killed. Got him in the back, got him in the side. More artillery. So we were a little behind with that. We didn't lead it quite enough. Next one was good though. That was the round that tracked us from a Grom, 700 meter shot with a Grom on, well, from a short halt, I think. That's not bad. The AI is still pretty cracked with using Groms. Like, they can fire with the Grom well beyond its typical effective range. Oh shit, hang on. I've got to be right back, guys. I've got a phone call. It's probably important. Or it's not important. Never mind. We will deal with it later. Actually, this time of day on a Saturday, it's probably a fucking scammer. So, fuck him. Yeah, and that was the one that second last shot. That didn't really do anything because the commander was already dead, but that got the driver, so that knocked us out completely. Let's try again. In certain situations I might. I have a bad habit of trying it against the Abrams from the side, because I know the Abrams likes to eat shells sometimes. Or likes to eat Sabre rounds, but yeah, it's not ideal. Really not ideal. Let's, we'll take things a little faster. We won't rush it, we'll just be a little quicker. I told you he might be there. The low light kind of fucks with your rangefinder. It makes it difficult to get a range. We're going to call that 16. It's a little less. 14, but we've got him, so we're just going to go back to battle site and continue on. Did he actually hit anyone? Nope, we're all still good. Pick up the pace a little. So you can see, even with the Orc sight, which is more stable in the M60 at the moment than the Gunner's Primary, it still blurs in and out of focus from the vibrations, it still jitters around a lot. And we're going at a decent speed, 37 k's an hour. I'm not sure if they're quite done tuning the amount of vibration and blurring and stuff that the sights do at different speeds. There may be some further adjustment to happen there, but for the time being, my recommendation is if you really must either scan on the move or shoot on the move with the M60, use the Orc sight. Yeah, probably. I mean, you've got better stabilizers overall, but yeah, you probably should get a little more, I guess. And yeah, like where the actual telescope's position relative to the gunner is important too. Because if he's sitting awkwardly, it's going to be less stable. Oh, fuck! Wrong button. That was low. I know I'm clear of terrain. That went over because I hit the brakes and fired too quickly afterwards. You need to be stopped for like half a second or so before the tank's momentum stops carrying you around. Okay. See, the game throws surprises at you. We're going to have to hurry over to help the other platoon, but that means we're going to have to pass right by where those other 55s might be. They might not be, but they might be. You know what? I might just sit here and engage from this position. It's not ideal, but we might have to do it. See if I can spot. Left? Oh fuck. I can't. Oh, there, shit. We're already trapped, so we're in trouble here. Sounds like the guy next to me just ate shit. Fuck, I can't see him through the tree. Guess there. I see orange. That's a hit. Okay, since our platoon commander's hit, he's fucking popped. Let's grab this guy's now inherited platoon command, since the platoon commander is mobility killed. He's still combat effective as long as something rolls in front of him, but he's mob killed, so we're gonna grab this guy. Turn the reticle backlighting on, because I can't see shit with the low contrast.
Gunner, stable tank! Reverse left! Identified! Fire! On the way! Target, cease fire!
You get pretty quick with the rangefinder. You don't need to get it exact, you just need to get it fucking close. If it's close, you can correct manually, you know? If you have the time to set it properly, then yeah, go for it, but in this mission, you really don't.
Gunner, stable tank! Reverse left! Steady! On!
I saw sparks, that's a hit. Give him another. Orange, he's brewed up. You look for a change of shape or a change of color, that's when your tank's dead. You never just trust it because you hit something, it's dead. I'm exposing my left here, in fact I see one. Oh shit, I said fucking BMP. Tanks masked by terrain. We're gonna battle site. Right about... No, there's no way that's that far. 1600? We'll try that. Too far. Okay, battle site. Fuck it. The rangefinder's not 100% on hillsides. We're over still. Bro! Okay, fuck it. Orc sight. Should have used this to start with. There we go. Lesson to take from my badness today is trust the orc sight. If you're not having luck with the primary, go straight to the orcs. Because at least you've got the fucking reticle scale on it. Or like the BDC. Is the other M60 with me that's still up? Don't know. We'll just check this area. And if this is clear, we'll see if we can go roll over and finish whatever's left on the other flank. Before they shoot me in the back. I think we're good here. I'm just going to roll up this way and check over this crest. Yeah, with heat you need to be precise, but I ain't shooting heat at tanks. Not if I can help it. I think this flank's clear. Okay, yeah, this is clear. I wonder if, yeah, one's dead, one's tracked. I think the third one might be tracked as well. What we're going to do is we're going to tell it to load Sabo, and we're going to do a quick restock. I say quick, but you know what I mean. Just see if I can persuade this guy to follow me. Not diamond, wedge. No, I think he's tracked. So we got 2 tracked and 1 dead. That's why I like playing the M60A1. It's actually a challenge. You don't really have effective armor against the Soviet tanks. Well, East German, Soviet-made, whatever. You know, they can penetrate you pretty easily, unless you get lucky. Likewise, you don't have a fancy laser rangefinder to work with. You have to do things the old-fashioned way. Your reaction time's not very good. Your stabilization's not very good. It's just more fun. It's more challenging. The Abrams is great for just going on turkey shoots, but like a lot of the time, it's just too easy for me. Like I said, I like suffering when it comes to stuff like this. That's enough restocking for now. I'm not sure if they're getting the M48. I would expect possibly. They're definitely getting the Leo 1 and 2 though. A few other things. Party landing that. Oh, hello.
GHPC, reverse left. On, identified. Fire, heavily.
We want to go back to heat. Oi, oi, oi! Shit! We are screwed again. We can't even shoot now with the main gun barrel damaged. And yep, there we go. This guy's lost his engine transmission, which is why he can't move. If you press the movement keys, it'll take the brake off and they can roll at least with gravity, but he ain't going anywhere. This guy ain't going anywhere. Once again, we have failed the mission. We've got no 113s left either. Ugh. One more attempt? Let's do one more attempt. The crew will be physically modelled abandoning the tank at some point, they just aren't yet. But yeah, the hatches do pop open, you can see it. Okay, ridge is clear. As the AI do get improved, it'll be easier to keep them alive because they won't suicidally charge over terrain and turn their backs to the enemy. Their following logic for, like, following behind the platoon leader is not really that great at the moment. Get clear of this tree so that old mate doesn't get hung up on it too easily. Watch him hit it anyway. We'll pick up the pace a bit. He's hanging behind a bit. So I usually take things pretty slow, but in this mission you don't want to be too slow, otherwise you saw what happened, like the attack pushed in before I even got good shots on them the first time. Oh, they fire. On the first run, they knocked out one of the tanks that was about to kill me. He just died in the process of doing it. Part of the problem is the terrain we're working in here is not conducive to us getting the first shot. I might just leave them in wedge this time, so at least one or two of them won't roll over the hill and get shot in the face. Maybe. Don't know if it'll help, but we'll see. I was actually surprised watching the Chieftain's video on the A3 TTS. I knew that its rangefinder was a fuck around. I didn't realize just what a fuck around it is. Like, it's not just that Commander has to do something with the rangefinder, he has to fucking reset it every time you laze. Like, it's such a bad system. Stopgap on stopgap on stopgap. So people should be glad they didn't model that in full, like, autistic detail in this, otherwise the M60 would be unplayable to most people. It would take you forever to do anything with it. You'll notice when I lose my commander in the A1, I also lose my gunner's primary sight, because the rangefinder on the gunner's primary sight is actually on the gunner's primary sight extension. The commander has the rangefinder, you don't. So what would actually happen in the real tank, and what will probably happen when they split the crew roles apart, is the commander will get the range and call it out, and the gunner will have to dial it in. And the gunner won't have access to the rangefinder at all. I don't know for sure, but I suspect. Fuck. Got him, but the second one got me. Hey, Steve. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Sometimes I drop artillery on these guys to try suppress them. I should actually be doing it this time, to be fair. Don't know if it'd help any, but it'd make me feel better. Okay, there we go. Oh, we only lost 3 tanks to do it. Again. Fuck me, dude. Steve, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You and I both know where that goes. Don't do it. Fuck, man. I should have used the Audi. I don't know if it will actually suppress the AI. I haven't tested that yet, but it would at least make me feel a little better. A little more comfortable about it. Now, the tree line's not going to cover me super well here, but it might be something. battle sight it, although it was already basically at battle sight. Okay, let's... 2,000. Which is about what we got last time, I think, anyway, so it should be close enough. I haven't been paying attention to the text messages on the screen. Have they reported the attack going in yet? Just wondering if they've crested the hill and pushed past while I was distracted. I don't think so, though. Just keep an eye out. Look for T-72s cresting that rise. There's one. Just confirm my range. We'll call it... It's not 25. There's no way. Oh, might be. Might be. No. No, we'll call it 2,000. Same as before. It's a hit. He's smoking. We got him. The commander hasn't actually spotted him yet, which is interesting. He might have a bush in his face. The commander is obviously looking from a different perspective than the gunner, so I can see things he can't, he can see things I can't. That's a good hit. Didn't even need to see it hit, I just saw the fucking orange flash. That's... He's going to be behind a slight rise in the terrain, I gotta wait for him to come back up. Is there any over here? Nope. Okay, there we go. Over. Let him too much. That should be... Nope, over. Okay. Gotta wind my range down, we'll bring it down to 1800. That's a hit, but it wasn't really effective. Didn't even need the red text to tell me that, to be fair. Come on. Too much lead. Lost Sabo. Fuck! We're too high. Bring the range down. That's more like it. Okay, we don't really have time to restock here. We're just going to roll with the heat and hope for the best. No. No. One more? One more. Then we'll try a different mission, because this is... Oh, this one's not easy tonight. Well, this afternoon. Oh, it gives me a fucking night one. Oh my god. We're so fucked. We are so screwed. Okay. Now, the saving grace is their night vision's worse than ours. The downside is their night vision involves an active spotlight, which will blind us if they turn it on and look in our direction. So they can basically Tarkov me in the face and I won't be able to react because I can't see what's happening. It is not ideal. Not optimal. Flares on this fight? Yeah, I probably should. I want to use the actual artillery to suppress those guys too. So hopefully I'll have enough call-in time. Okay. We're just going to speed up a little. I think this field is clear. I don't see anything yet. We're good to push up. I don't know Shiny Carp. I'm not sure. The AI is still pretty heavily work in progress. I'm not sure what does or doesn't affect them. Yeah, it's artillery flares. Illume rounds. You can see that with the night side up, the blurring and vibration is even worse. It's pretty much impossible to fire on the move with any accuracy using it. We will not be using the rangefinder at night. So we'll, well, I mean, if we get flares on those guys well enough, like it illuminates them well enough, we can use the rangefinder, but we do know it's 2000, although that's kind of metagamey. The other thing I could do is use the flares and then just use the AUX sight and aim off, which I actually might do. The other problem is this thing's fixed magnification, so it's not ideal for scanning at close range like this. Let's pick up the pace. I'm going to drop artillery in here-ish and just hope for the best. It's actually, it looks like it might be a full moon. So it's not too bad for illumination. Yeah, it's a full moon. We might be, like, if we have to fall back to the Orc site, at least it should be somewhat usable. I'm just going to stop here and quickly scan. There's a light. That will be from probably the T-55 in behind this berm. Second one will be up there. I think he just saw something. I saw a flash, so either he's shooting at somebody. Oh, actually, no, that'd be my artillery impact, sorry. Keep pressing the wrong key. I'm getting dangerously close to my own artillery here, but it is what it is. We kind of need to have a chance on rolling up on these guys. Okay. You see the glare off the hay bales where his IR lamp's hitting them? So he's pretty much directly in front of us somewhere. The problem is, to roll up on him, I have to expose my side to the other guy. And remember, I'm in a really tall tank, so they can see my turret over the hill before I can see them. I'm just going to leave that on the Orc site. It's not ideal, but it's better than high magnification scrambling to find a target. There you are. I might even be able to see the faint red glow of his lunar, like his lunar lamp before... Nope, never mind, he saw us. Fuck! There's the other one. I'm gonna have to figure out a better attack on these guys because this berm thing doesn't work out for me because I'm like I just have too much of a 5 head in the M60. Too low! Yes, I know he does. Fuck, man. I think I just lost, like, two of my tanks? Yeah, 2, and number 3's about to suicide there. Night fighting in the fucking M60A1 Rise is stressful as shit. Oh, fuck me. Fuck, I can't even see him. Okay, he's down. He's down. He's not. Hey Paula, just a bits, man.
Gunner, canister, infantry, identified, fire.
One day. One day. Don't know if they're pushing yet. I kind of don't want to roll over the hill and check, but... I think I've beat them to the position, maybe. We'll soon find out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to risk turning my side here to get up behind these other trees. Oh, no, there they are. I see. So I want to get somewhat in cover. Yeah, hold on. I see a fucking lunar lamp. Does he want... He wants the right guy. There. Good hit. Did it knock him out? Yes, it did. I see orange. That is good. That was a hit, but I don't think it was very effective. It didn't look like it looked kind of like it grazed him. This other guy's going to come out of cover first, I think. Maybe not. No, he's not. Okay, we'll go for this guy. Another hit. That was a good one. So we're aiming slightly off now for about 1,800 meters. Good hit. Sorry, I know I'm giving you guys the 5-head view by leaning into the camera so much. I'm just squinting at the screen to try and see things. We'll call him 2K. Stationary. 2K-ish. Now it gets spicy because we've got to hit him with heat. There's BMPs coming in too. Heat up! Call it a little less than 2K for heat. Yeah, 2K is too much, so we'll put him about 18, which should be the top of that cross. Hit. Re-engage. I think I saw a turret or a hatch pop, but we'll put another in just to be sure. Yep, that's... Don't get much surer than that. I see another one in the background, but we're going to go for the BMP. Too much lead. We're on for elevation, though. Hit. Engine's burning, but I think he might still be up. I'm going to go for this guy about there. Over. Another BMP going right. Hit. Re-engaging. Hit. Re-engaging. I'm going to bring it down a little because I think I'm hitting high on his turret. Targets, ceasefire. Actually, next target, BMP. We're going to have to do a restock here. Short, okay. What we can do is dump some arty on the path they're probably going to take and just see if it'll hit one of them by chance. I'm going to reposition myself into this tree line. We're going to keep the heat loaded for now. It's a little harder to get long-range hits with, but we're fighting BMPs currently, so don't want to be wasting Sabo on them. We'll give it one more round to restock. No, we won't, because I think I see a T-72's lamp. Unless that's a fire from when I knocked out. Lost him. There? Oh, fuck me. I just barely see his outline. Come on. Not an ideal shot. Ooh, hit him. He's going to be in cover before I can get a Sabo off. Yep. What do we have out here? Any of them still up? Don't think so. I think everything in that field is dead. Just double check there's no sneaky BMPs hiding here. Drop another aluminum flare. I could do this with the night sight, but I don't want to risk that last T-72 blinding me and then the BMPs getting me. So we'll use flares. Just gotta wait for it to drop in. There it is. Right. Time to get to work. Where? There. We'll call that about 1,000. About 1,000. Oh, he angry. Shit! So close, and yet so far. More modern tanks in this game? No. So once the Fulda theatre's developed, they are probably going to, assuming the game's successful enough, continue on with extra theaters, but they're adding tanks by time period. So Fulda covers up to 1985 in the central area of Germany. Anything not there at that time will not be in the game initially. It may come in a later pack, so there may be like a, I don't know, Desert Storm add-on or something with 73 Easting. But yeah, such is the difficulty of night fighting in the M60A1. Well, fighting in the M60A1 is difficult in general. I can't accelerate time in the after action reports anymore because they took that particular dev tool out, the ability to change the time of day. So you'll just have to kind of guess at whereabouts on the tank these hit externally. So that was... I bounced around there, then that was the one that killed me. It came from the guy up the hill. Got artillery landing. Then the tank I took over tanked 1, 2. The third one killed it. More artillery. Jesus. Oops. Oopsies. Although I think that one was already knocked out anyway. Yeah, they'd already... I don't think they bailed, I think they were dead. So you can see the M60's turret will stop heat rounds every now and then, but it's not reliable, and because it is such a massive target, as you come over the crest of the hill, if they're already looking at you, you're in deep shit. If it wasn't for that ridiculous fucking bobblehead cupola on the top, the fucking Tower of Babel, then you might have a little more of an opportunity to roll over the hill and pop them. But because they can see that coming, they go, oh, look, an M60. Oh, I'll just wait for him to roll over the hill and pop him in the face. Which is what generally happens. So you can see these weren't the best shots. They were hits, but they weren't the best shots. Which is, I mean, I'm using the AUX sight at night with an illumination flare. I'm happy for shots like this. I'll take any hit I can get with that. Game is too violent. Wait until you can see the results of some of these hits on the crew. Then it'll be real violent. Bunch of artillery. Oof. He had a bad day. He had a really bad day. Holy fuck. That was a pretty decent heat round. Textilite ate that one. And that one. That one finally got him. That actually went through the lower plate. Just barely. Like it just barely hit it. It would have hit on the weld joint otherwise. I think he was already dead, but he's definitely dead now. Oh, it differentiates between left eye and right eye on the damage model, Steve. The damage model is extremely detailed. It's going to be pretty gnarly when that stuff's visualized, which apparently they do want to do. Kind of make the game get across just how like unpleasant it is to be hit in a tank by basically anything. Yeah, you can play as Redfall. I could do a T-72 mission next if you want. Until they added the M60A1, which is the NATO Dark Souls tank at the moment, I mostly played as Pact because it's more difficult. Back to the start. So yes, that mission is very difficult at the best of times, and today I'm apparently not functional enough to complete it successfully. I've got videos up on my YouTube channel of me beating that mission. It's just really, really fucking hard. Which T-72 mission should I do? I feel like Valley Push is like the T-72 demo mission, but I kind of want something where I'm moving, but also where I'm not going to get dunked on too hard. Advanced Guard is okay, but you're not up against particularly large amounts of NATO forces. I kind of want a big battle. Main effort could work if I switched from the BRDM to the T-72, but I don't know about that. Target Tango, there's not a lot of enemy. Jolly Joust. We could do this one. This one's pretty difficult though. I'll do that one after this one, Max. Catch you later, Steve. Sleep well, man. Drink some water before you go to bed. Oh, we got gills. Don't need these on in the day. See, the T-72 sight's a bit more stable than the M60s, but it's not super stable. It's still jostling around a bit. Aha, hello. Autoloader's got to rotate all the way around to load a heat round because it's on the other side of the carousel. Should have told my guys to get in column, coming down this narrow road. Pack tanks would be moving in column anyway, unless they were actively engaged, so, oh, bit of a glitch there, it's showing the AI waypoints. Can't see him behind the ridge. What we're gonna do is we're gonna range off his buddy's wreck. Because it should be close enough if he pops back up. Worth noting is the East Germans didn't have very good ammo. They only had 3 BM-15, which was obsolete at this point. It's the best ammo any of the Warsaw Pact export nations got. The Soviet ammo is going to be much better. The Soviet fire control systems are going to be much better. The T-72 is very much a mobilization model tank. You'll be able to tell when the T-64 and the T-80 arrive. They will be quite unpleasant to fight. The T-64B and T-80B both have the same fire control system as each other, which is about on par with the Abrams, as in the M1A2 Abrams, not the M1 that we have in this. Auto lead, cant correction, dual axis stabilized, all the good shit. Oh, he penned me. M833 moment. T-72M and M1 don't have the most reliable armor, especially at closer ranges against 833. They're not bad, they're just not that good either. So he was around this hillside. Oh, no! He was in front of me. Shit. Hello. Short. Forgot to account for parallax. At this range, I've got to aim slightly high left. Hit his mantlet. It's like the worst possible situation to be in. I don't think I've ever fully successfully completed this mission without losing, like, at least a platoon, because it's just not good terrain for the T-72 at all. This tank isn't bad, but it struggles in this kind of, like, really, really hilly terrain. Also, we've got the sound issue again, where when you switch to another tank, you lose your engine sound, which is an ongoing bug. Those are gills. It was a interesting concept, but ultimately very not a good idea. It was unsuccessful. They would snag on trees and buildings and other things and fall off the tank. They weren't effective besides a very narrow frontal arc, so gill armor was scrapped pretty quickly and replaced by rubber side skirts or just taken off the tank altogether. He's not firing back, which is a good sign, but I didn't see him turn orange, so... There we go. Crew bailed. One of the other annoying things with the 72 is you have a fixed 8 power sight from memory. So besides the gunner's unity sight, which doesn't have a reticle in it, and does not track the gun either, that sight, besides that, you don't have any way of scanning without high magnification, which makes it difficult to find targets sometimes. The T-72 does have a hunter-killer system, so the commander can slew the turret onto what he's looking at, but when you're trying to do any independent searching as a gunner, it can be difficult, or if the commander's slew isn't exact, it can also be difficult. That came from the right, didn't it? Like, over there somewhere. Don't tell me he's on the same hill as me. I bet he is. Oh shit, yeah. Let's try a different mission. Like I said, I don't think I've had much luck with that one, like, ever. It's just really bad terrain for a 72. So is it Point Alpha, and which one did you want me to roll, Max? Bold Limit? Yeah, but that's not in the T-72. I can't demonstrate T-72 in that. I can demonstrate blowing up T-72s, though. There won't be a... What 120? What 120? The only 120 is going to be the Leopard 2. The Abrams didn't have it in this time period. And, like, people are going, oh, but, you know, M1A1 entered production in 1985. Yeah, entered production. It wasn't in fucking trials yet, even. It was in service by 86, and it was in Europe by 87. So the one-upmanship of, oh, I should have my super tank. No, I should have my super tank. It's already started, of course. Like DCS players, in a way. Spread him out a bit to my right, and formation line. Fire control on this thing is basically easy mode. It'd be even easier if it was an A2 with the second state, like the second mirror in the stabilizer, but or in the sight rather. You know what I mean.
Gunner, stable, anti-tank, traverse left. Steady.
What?
Target locked.
Uh-oh? Oh.
Gunner, stable, anti-tank, traverse right. On. Identify.
I don't see it, dude.
Fire heat. On the way.
My buddy can take care of it. I got bigger problems coming. It's a little high on his turret. I'm already running an engagement. Shit. Got heat loaded because he automatically commanded the loader to load it for that thing. That's going to be a miss probably. Yep. Switch to this guy. No, he's going to be behind trees. Oh, he stopped. Okay, we can hit him. This guy. The commander's voice lines still don't cope super well with you running your own engagement. Presumably that'll get more work in the future. Not enough lead. What's he looking at? Oh, fucking, who knows? He's hit. He's hit. Oh, fuck. It's gonna land behind him. I didn't give him enough lead. You don't want the reticle to be moving backwards or forwards on the target. You want it to be steady. Which means your lead is good. You matched your tracking rate to what he's doing. No need for him. Okay. Where's that? ATGM. Right. I see you.
Identify! Fire! Fire heat! On the way! Target ceasefire!
Swing right. Okay. BRDM's hit. I don't see the ATGM. He may have jumped from his launcher, I don't know. They're very hard to see with the, like, even before the thermals had their resolution reduced, they're very hard to see at this distance. They don't give you much of a heat signature, and he's probably in the trees. We're just gonna have to hope he's down, because I don't really want to drive over there and check. Or use artillery. Yeah, that's actually a smart idea, thank you. That would be the intelligent thing to do. I just need to figure out where exactly to drop it. Somewhere up in that tree line. Tell my buddy to go, column. A bit late for that, but... He's like up there somewhere, I think. I don't know. I don't see him anymore. I should have called it before. Desperate need of a compass? I mean, there is a compass, but yeah, on the map, I get what you mean. Just some way of knowing what exactly you're looking at, what bearing to drop it on. Don't even really need range, you just need bearing, because then you can reference off landmarks for distance. He's up there somewhere, I think. I should be out of his range. Like, because his time delay fuse will go off before he gets to me, I think. I hope. Fingers crossed. Down here. Dead T-72, dead 113. There's a friendly ATGM team up in that tree line. That's an M60. Yes, that is an M60. Let's roll down here and have a closer look. So sometimes the T-72s manage to slip past the M60s without being noticed. It was a bit of a iffy shot through the trees. But I know he's in there now. There you are. Fuck. Didn't realize I had heat up. His AI is having a bit of a moment. They get stuck driving in circles sometimes. There we go. We did it! It's after action report desync. It happens sometimes. So that actually got stopped by his turret cheek. It's just rendering as if it went through. That shot from my body may have actually forced old mate on the ATGM to abandon the weapon, because they will abandon the weapon if something big comes close to them. They'll just go, fuck this, I'm out. I didn't sign up for this shit, and they'll piss off, which is exactly what happened, because he is no longer there by the time the second shot arrives. Infantry is coming. Infantry is absolutely planned. It is going to change the entire way the game plays as all the War Thunder players learn how dangerous infantry are. But they're not in the game yet. It's been in development for a while, but it's a very small team, so it's still relatively early development. Today wasn't my best day for shooting, apparently, because even with the Abrams I've been getting misses and kind of sketchy hits. On a good day I can basically go, you know, one shot, one kill on the M1 in this mission. Just got to kind of stabilize the tracking and not be pulling too much lead or too little. Just watch the reticle doesn't pull ahead or behind on the vehicle you're aimed on, and she should be sweet. It's very easy mode. One of my favorites of the older missions. It's kind of easy mode, but it's a good demo of what a T-72 can do when it's in a good position with a gunner that has some idea what they're doing, although given my shooting today, maybe not so much. There's an M60. I'm concerned, I just heard my buddy already take a hit of some sort. He? No, he's still going. Let's get this guy. There's a hit. I don't really need to rearrange this because they're all about in the same area. We just need to make sure we get our lead correct. He's slowing down to a stop. I think he's knocked out. Go for his buddy. Oh yeah, he was knocked out alright. You still fighting? We can fix that. A little low. I think he just cooked. Yeah, he just cooked. My buddy got hit though. Let's put one more down there because I'm not entirely... Okay, yeah, he's dead. Kind of hard to drive in a magnified gun sight. It'll be nice when I can have a human player driving for me, so I don't have to worry about that. Hey bud. Point blank, I don't need to worry about adjusting the range. Fucking 2A46 is going to shoot flat at this distance. Done. You don't have any sort of auto lead in the T-72, but once you get your eye in, you can hit pretty accurately, as you can see. I was consistently getting good hits on them. T-64A also doesn't have auto lead, however T-64B and T-80B both do. And like I said, it's M1A2 style auto lead. The reticle doesn't jump, you just laze and blaze. The gun will jump, the gun will jump relative to the sight. I guess the sight will jump relative to the gun, but you won't see the reticle displace in your field of vision. Hit a little too far back on that one. My AI buddy missing the guy in front and hitting under this guy's rack. That was the round that took him out. Went through his lower front plate because we're kind of skylined here. Then we get revenge. We get more revenge. The tank was already evacuated by the time I put that second shot in. Like I said, point blank, you just... Oh, actually, it wasn't quite point blank. It's 400 meters, so... Could have used a little more elevation, I guess, for parallax error. Because, you know, close range, the sight's placed higher than the gun, but... We still got him. And that is that. T55. Do the old T55. This one. This will either go really well or really horribly. I'm a lone T55 against a bunch of M60A3s. Thermal equipped boys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this thing up. I usually sight it to 600, like battle sight 600 on this mission. We're gonna just lock the gun forwards for now. It doesn't snag on terrain or trees or anything yet. I don't know if they're gonna do that because it would involve some quite complicated additions to the game's physics and stuff like that. But either way, just out of habit, I try not to schwack the gun on things. Like if it would be a bad thing in real life, I try not to do it. We are going to actually roll through this first lot of trees, which is a little risky, but hopefully we'll get away with it. Okay, now we got the gun going again. Fucking tree! There we go. He's bailed. That's a bit of a sketchy shot. I want to wait for him to come out of that dead ground. If he will. Might cover him all the way up to here, actually. Just gonna roll ahead slightly and hope they don't notice me doing so. Okay, I see orange. That's lit off his ammo. Wait until we got a clearer shot right about there. His turret stopped moving, which is a good sign, but he's still going. No, his turret hasn't stopped moving. Okay, oh shit. Never mind. Priority. Got him. Let's go to our BR-412, the funny stuff. Armor piercing high explosive. Doesn't pen super well, it's like World War II ammo, but if it does pen, it has some pretty amusing effects, like so. Absolute carnage inside the tank when it goes off. Just gonna roll out slightly. Gonna relocate. Sounds like the BRDM's engaging something. Oh, that's a tree. Brass slightly less sight less transparent, not great glass quality. Yeah, it's not fantastic. I think it's always been a bit like that though, to be fair. He's engaging something over here. You can see his traces. So let's roll up to this tree line and have a look what we see. there. These are all dead. Oh, there's probably one in the low ground over there. They sometimes go down there. Just make sure he's not behind me. There's a BRDM. Has he jumped? I think he has, yeah. Fuck. I think he's still up. Sometimes the American tanks can take a bit of punishment because there's a lot of empty space inside them. Let's do the funny on this guy. That cooked him. Notice how the fire's coming out of the penetration hole because the hatches were all closed. It had nowhere else to go, so it came out the hole that the Sabo went in. And for those who haven't seen this game before, cool little feature, and one of many cool little features, notice that as the tanks burn, they become scorched. The amount of scorching and how quickly it happens depends on how quickly the tank is burning, and how quickly the tank is burning depends on how much ammunition was left in the tank, how much oxygen the fire has access to, and a few other things. See, he hasn't been burning very long because he's the last guy I killed, so he hasn't started getting scorched yet. Not, like, externally. Well, he has a little bit on his engine deck, it looks like, but if you give him time, it will become apparent. There's also cook-off sounds, although it sounds like the machine gun ammo hasn't started cooking yet. It's just a slow deflagration. The real fast ones you can hear popping and banging constantly as you drive near the tank. Let's go check out some of these other guys. So there was one down here, wasn't there, near the BRDM? Yep, one here. He's pretty well burnt out. Bunch over here. Burnt out. A lot of drivers not making it out of their tanks. Probably because I tend to hit towards the front of them when I'm leading them. You also notice that the these two seem to have the same equipment, but a lot of the tanks have unique equipment. So like these two are the same, but occasionally you'll see like one that's all buckets, or one that's all MREs, or one that's all like bedrolls and packs and stuff. That varies per tank. It's randomized at the start of the mission. The tactical numbers are actually like proper tactical numbers, so if we look at the tanks from the same platoons, they will have corresponding numbers. Like so. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. So let's just go to the after action. It's our first hit. It was a little high, but it went into the ammo. See, it actually, I'm lucky because it did hit the corner of that periscope and fused on it. If it hadn't hit the periscope, it might have just hit the shoulder of the round and fucked off. So the heat rounds currently in game don't have shoulder fuses. If the nose fuse doesn't hit, the round won't detonate and it'll just crush into the armor or ricochet off. So it can be quite frustrating with heat rounds. Sometimes you'll think you got a perfect shot and it just happens to hit at a bad angle and whoop, off it goes. That was a pretty solid hit. That one snuck in through the turret ring. That one was a bit high, but it still went to the ammo. I'm actually, again, I'm lucky that one didn't bounce off. It hit it just enough of an angle to detonate. You'll notice all the talk about T-72s or T-64s or T-80s, any Soviet tank being a fucking rolling ammo rack and oh, they don't care about crew survivability. If the tank gets hit, the whole crew goes. What do you think an M60 is? Like, what the fuck do you... what do you call this? This was pretty ordinary for NATO tanks before the Abrams came into being. The Abrams, and to a lesser extent the Leopard 2, are the first two tanks I know of. I'm not a huge, like, know everything about tanks person, but first two tanks I know of in service that actually had blowout panels of any sort or proper, like, compartmentalized stowage with blast doors. Everything else is just the ammo goes where it fits. And in the case of the M60, the Centurion, the Chieftain, I think, although Mike Delta was still around, he'd probably correct me on that. Like, most NATO tanks of the era had ammunition stowed in the hole beside the driver, as do the Warsaw Pact tanks. They have their reload for the carousel there. And also, the American tanks typically had ammo in the back of the bustle, which was their ready rack. So, oh, the S-tank? Yeah, don't start people on that or they'll be asking for it in the game. Every time someone asks for the S-tank, a week gets added before any chance of ever doing a Swedish theatre, because the devs are sick of hearing about it. So that was a BR-412. This is APHE. Went through the armor, through the fucking loader's head, took his head off. But his head was enough meat to activate the time fuse, which then detonated it right behind the fucking commander. Surprisingly, the commander came out of that, like, reasonably okay. He only caught a couple pieces. A lot of it was from the initial penetration. The BR-412, there's another one. The BR-412, if you angle it right and time it right, you can arse blast people with it. You can literally make the shell detonate inside them, or you can make it a chest burster. Like, I've seen BR-412s go into somebody's chest and then explode in the game. Obviously not in real life, and I hope I never fucking see that in real life, because Jesus Christ, that would be horrific. But in-game, it happens with some regularity, especially when you hit the tank from the, like, from the back quarter of the turret. He was already burnt out when I hit him, I think. But it doesn't hurt to be sure. There's our last couple hits through the turret ring again. So you can see that the heat round actually fused on the tin work on the stowage boxes on the outside, but it was still energetic enough to get through the thin armor around the turret ring. And then we had a Sabo through his ammo to just put him out of his misery. I think the driver was still alive, which is probably why it didn't end the mission there when I hit him the first time. Okay, what should we do now? Let's do nighttime in a T-72. We'll try it the first time without the flares, and the second time we might try it with the flares. Although this mission happens so quickly, often you won't have time to call the flares anyway. If it's a full moon, oh, yeah, it's a full moon. Okay, I can see reasonably well enough. Not in that sight. Oh, maybe not. If I kind of lean in, I kind of can. I've got a lamp on my left side, which is kind of glaring. You have no sight adjustment on the night sight in the Soviet tanks. You use holds. There's a little diagram inside the turret in the real tank that shows you which hold corresponds to which range, with which type of ammo. There's one. I want to use like the pretty much the top of the top part of the reticle for Sabo at this range. For heat, I'd use the center, like the chevron at this range, more or less. Shit. Not quick enough. Sometimes I can pull it off, sometimes I can't. Let's try again. This time we'll pull in a flare. I could also use the lunar spotlight, but it has a very limited range. Like if I switch to the night sight and use the lunar. Also, the terrain's getting in the way, see that? So what we're going to do is we're going to call an illumination flare right about here. Hopefully to rise by the time they get over the hill, otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Okay. There's one. A US platoon is full. We're missing one. There he is. Done. T-72 is not bad when she's in a good position and quick to engage. Even with the old ammo. It was. It very much was. We still lost old mate down there though. So the these are TCSs. They have thermal sights, so they can see in the dark regardless. The flare doesn't bother them, nor does me shining my lunar lamp in their face, but yeah, like, once there's a flare up, and it's nice and bright, it may as well be daytime for me, and I'm pretty good in daytime with this thing. So that was the shot that killed him, that was the first shot of the engagement. Then there's my first, it was a little low, but we got him through the ammo rack. So I'm shooting low on most of these. But one shot, one kill, each M60. Let's do a Chadley mission. Probably do one or two more and then end it. Like I said, it's going to be a short stream. I just felt like doing some more Gunner Heat PC today. And then after Armour on Monday, we will probably do some TACU stuff instead, because I'm going to go through some things from that. And it will also mean less risk of me getting caught up doing Gunner Heat PC for, you know, 10 hours and missing stuff that I shouldn't miss. That is extremely far away for the Bradley's gun. This thing will not hit accurately at that range. We're just going to use the universal problem solver. We might spend a toe on the BRDM if we have to. I just want to get the launcher down, ideally. We can deal with the vehicle later. Call-in time on that's pretty slow. There we go. There's some splash. The artillery is just high explosive fragmentation, so it's not going to do a lot to an armored vehicle unless it hits it directly, and even then it might not kill it. But it will suppress and or kill the tow, or not tow, the fagot gunner. That's what the launch is called. Please don't TOS me. And it might do the BRDM in, but I doubt it. We might need to actually put a round or two into him. I don't want to waste a tow, so I might just show you guys how inaccurate this gun is at that range. I want to say that's like 2,000 meters. It's more than 2,000 meters. That's like fucking 2,500. I think. 25, 26. We're just going to use a tow. Fuck it. It's way too far for a fucking AP round. Abrams are moving up and engaging. So I kind of wasted that one. Oh fuck.
Fire on the way. Tracking. 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 Target. Re-engage.
Re-engage. Shit. Gotta reload the tow, which is sped up in game. In real life it tends to take a bit longer. It's a bit of a convoluted process. Pretty good sized attack. I see something down there. I don't want to crest too far on the right side because I don't know what's over that ridge. Hello, Mr. BMP. Okay, this to the top of his hull, about, call it 14. Probably not that far. No, it is 14. Fuck, that was good. So, for the Bradley's choke, to the top of the BMP's hull is where you aim it. You don't aim it to the top of the turret like you would with a tank, usually with a choke. Don't ask me why they designed it like that. I do not know. It is beyond me. That is deep lore for fucking FMC to explain. Yeah, it could well be that, Max. Would make sense. Be careful peeking this ridge. Where? Oh shit. Yeah, now I see it. Hold up. That's a Malyutka! No, 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 no. Whoa, he just tanked that for me. Fuck. Where? Same guy. God damn it! M60 crossed my shot. That should have been a tow. Fuck it. Fuck you! Die! Die already! Shit! Trees! This is very not ideal. I think we're going to lose the majority of our force here and fail the mission. I need to deal with these tanks. Actually, no. I need to deal with him, or he's going to kill me. Fucking die! He wants me to get the... Okay, he wants me to get this guy. Shit! We got the other Bradley. Although I'm scared to take control of him while he's tracking a target. Let's just re-engage. I don't trust that first one to hit. Oh, fuck, dude. There goes the other Bradley. Do we have an M60? Yes, we do. I see him. This is very not ideal. Get this guy. He's closer. There he goes. There's one more in there. Minimum. Engine sound bug again. Okay, there he is. That was a close one. That was a very close one. We did not have much left at the end. Let's see, 1 M61 to 1 M60 and a gunnerless 113 is all we have left. We were like that close to getting routed. If we'd lost one more unit, we would have got routed. Or if this guy had been tracked or something and rendered combat ineffective. So this is too sharp at the moment. This is unintentionally clear, the TTS's thermals on wide field of view. It's a bug. It will be fixed. Total victory, sustain 80% casualties. Yeah, I know, right? That was nasty. 72 hits. Well, I guess the artillery. So the first, well, not the first arty hit, but that arty hit would have killed the gunner on that, which it did. That was my toe. We'll just damaging hits only to exclude the arty. So the M60's main advantage over the T-55 is the fire control system. The T-55 is essentially a World War II tank in terms of its design. I know, yes, it didn't serve in World War II, although the design was during World War II and immediately after. Well, actually, I think there was some dispute whether maybe like one of the super early prototypes did. I know T-44 did, but T-44 was the tank before in terms of development. But anyway, T-55 technologically speaking is a World War II tank in pretty much most respects. I went on a whole ass tangent about this on a previous GHPC stream. Still uses basically World War II fire control system. It's not really a fire control system. You just kind of guess or estimate what the range is, dial it in. The site gives you the amount of super elevation, you apply it, you test and adjust as necessary. Its armor scheme, like it's got a decent armor scheme, but it's like, it's just steel, homogeneous steel. There's no composite, there's no real advanced layering techniques or anything going on. It's just thick for its size. And its gun isn't super advanced either, although it is firing primarily heat rounds by this time period. So that's its main like drawback against the M60 is it's just the M60 has a better fire control system. Even the fucking M60A1 has a better fire control system with the rangefinder. However, in terms of firepower and armor, the T-55 is genuinely a threat to the M60. Armor, maybe not so much against M833, against older ammo it would be, but against like, in terms of whether it can penetrate the M60, it absolutely can. It will fuck it up. So the T-55 is a serious threat to you in the M60. They can kill the Abrams from very specific angles with very good shots, but it's less of a threat. But like, yeah, against an M60, even the BMP, this is a BMP shot with the Grom, which some people find hard to believe. I had a guy flip out in the comments to one of my GHPC uploads on YouTube about, oh, this is bullshit, the BMP couldn't possibly, that shitty little 73mm gun. It's not a 73mm gun in the sense of a conventional gun, it's a cut down SPG-9. It's a low pressure gun that yeets a fucking rocket propelled grenade. So it's like, if you imagine an RPG, now imagine an RPG being slung out of a gun with some initial speed behind it. It shoots essentially flat to 300 meters. It is not a pleasant weapon to get hit by in an M60 because it will absolutely go through the M60's armor. It doesn't give a shit. Against the Abrams, yeah, the Grom's not quite so potent. It's a shitty round, but like against an M60, the M60's got shitty armor, so it cancels out. Like, the M60's armor really isn't that good. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yikes. Someone's got to clean that up. BMP transmission ate that one. That was what killed me. That was a Sabo round, actually, from one of the T-55s. Then we conferred some knowledge upon the fucking driver of this T-72. The knowledge of what a toe looks like as it pushes its way through your fucking head. And then that was the other Bradley getting wiped out by a BMP who I never saw. You cheeky little shit. That was the second one. I knew there was a second one down here somewhere, but I didn't fucking know where because I didn't see him. I only saw this fucking guy. So this prick was sitting here getting my attention while old mate was rolling up the back of this reverse slope towards me. Son of a bitch. That was not the best shot. I probably would have disabled his gun, but it wasn't a very good shot either way. Didn't kill him. That did. And that was the finisher on the last tank. Maybe one more. Just trying to figure out which mission I should do. Nope. Didn't mean to hit restart, I meant to hit quit. Let's do... Let's do kinetic key. I wish there was a version of kinetic key with the A1, but the A3 will do. This is a pretty big attack across an open field, so we'll want to get to a hold down position and just knock shit out as quickly as we can. When we're getting a very snowy map, so we can get tanks stuck in 3 meter deep snow. I don't know if we're going to get that. Not for Fulda. Seems like it'd be a bit too much effort, especially for a small team, to make seasonal variations of the maps. Just get set up with the thermals there. Get these guys deployed in line so that they can get some more coverage. I'm gonna go, I think, between those bushes. I don't want to pop over the hill too much and expose myself too much. Like I said, tall turret, 5 head tank, very easy target. So we might push a little further right of these bushes actually and see if we can get up on the berm there. It's gonna block my view slightly where they roll over the ridge, but that may actually be a good thing. Oh, no, we do want to come right a bit. We've got targets. And I need to get out there. Right. Oh shit, over here. Obstructed. He's going to be obstructed. Go for these guys. Right. These guys should be coming back out. Yep. Left. Okay. M60 doesn't have dynamically calculated lead like the Abrams. It calculates from the last, like, second or something of turret traverse before the lays. Slightly less user-friendly. Should still be clear of the berm to fire. Yeah. Fucking artillery! Can't see what I'm doing from artillery suppression. Fuck. Gonna have to do a quick restock here in a minute. I think we might actually just go to heat. Oh shit, come on dude. Fucking restock what I want. Yeah. Yep, working on it.
Identified. Fire.
Is that him or is that the guy behind? I can't tell. No, it's this guy. Can't see him for that fucking bush. Oh! There goes that tank. This guy was using his orcs. Oh, because his gunner's dead. Fuck. This guy's exposed on the hillside, so the AI tends to drive out in the open at the moment. It's an own issue. Oh, that is not good. That looks bad. That was bad. We're tracked. Come on, come on. This is gonna kill me. No, we got lucky. I think I'm out of tanks though. Oh, that's... I'm dead. No, I tanked it. Oh my god. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. That was a Malyutka. Uh-oh. I don't usually lose all my tanks in this mission, but today, apparently we did. Does this have game have PvP? It might. Multiplayer with multi-crew is on the roadmap, but PvP they will probably only do if it seems like it will be worth it, and if they can do it without ruining the spirit of the game. Like, this isn't meant to become like a War Thunder Thunderdome arena type thing, so if they figure that PvP is too difficult to really do in a way that preserves the gameplay, they'll probably just keep it co-op. I would like PvP, but I really don't want it turning into War Thunder or World of Tanks or whatever. So, it depends heavily if they can figure out a way to do it without kind of ruining the spirit of the game. There's pretty much nothing I can do here except restart the mission, so that's what we will do. And I didn't pick the best position, so we might, There isn't really a great spot here because there's too many angles. Like, if I go there, I'll be skylined from two directions. If I go here, I won't be able to see left when they start flanking us. I guess we'll just try for here. Gotta go out of the gun side at the moment to call in artillery because there's a bit of an issue with it. Let's drop that there. It's probably not quite on, but it's close enough. Alright. I'm just gonna get a little closer to this terrain. Right. There. It's gonna miss. It's a bit high. Oh. I pulled that when I started moving the tank too early. Stabilizer doesn't cope well with sudden movements right as you fire. Missed. Let him too much. Someone hit him. Obstructed. Way too much lead. What the fuck? a clear shot. We'll try it.
Convert right. Steady.
I see a fucking Malyutka trail coming my way.
Steady. Steady.
Okay, we should have dumped it into the ground. There it was.
On. Identified. Fire. It's obstructed. Hit target under GHPC. Identified. Fire. On the way. Hit target under heat. Hey. Convert left. On. Identified. Fire. On the way. Target lost. Under heat. Tank. Identified. Target lost. Under heat. Tank. Identified. Fire. Target. Heat fire.
Guy behind me just got hit. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Looks like it. They still got Artie dropping on us. Somebody must have called it in before they got popped. Don't know what he's doing. The AI does that sometimes. He's knocked out and burnt. He doesn't look too healthy. I'd say his turret crew's dead. From the way his turret's just pointed like that, his turret crew's probably dead. Just for the sake of completeness, let's put one into him to make extra sure. That didn't brew him up. Oh, he's smoking now. That'll do. If we go to the free cam, there is a button to smooth out the movement, but don't really need it here. So we had one that was pretty close over there somewhere. Oh, that guy, I think, right there. But yeah, nice open terrain for them to attack us across. But the M60A3's fire control system, as janky and arse backwards as it is, because it was like a very analog system cludged into a very old tank, masquerading as a modern fire control system, it still works. It's still pretty effective. If you're in a good position and you can kind of engage quickly enough, you can still make it happen. That would have been a much easier engagement in Abrams. Much, much easier. We'll have a quick look at the after action report, and I think I'm going to call it there, because I didn't want this to get too long of a stream. So next time will be on Monday morning my time. We'll be doing armor to start with, as usual, unless I sleep in, but I should be okay now that daylight savings are switched over. And then we'll do some quick tac view stuff, I think. And hopefully another longer stream later next week, like on the weekend or something. Interesting. I think that hit the gun trunnion and shattered on the gun trunnion. Because it penetrated the turret. It went through the mantlet, like nicked the edge of the mantlet, went into the turret, but it looks like it broke on something, which is probably right about where the gun trunnion is. So he got lucky with that one. It's worth noting that the ammo that the Americans use currently, the M833 for their Sabo, is like the best ammunition the Americans had in this time period from memory. So as the game develops and the campaign fleshes out and things like supply shortages and such begin to be introduced, I would not expect to be firing M833 every single mission. I would not get too used to it. Even then, depending on angle and range, it sometimes won't pen the front of a T-72. But yeah, like if you end up with the older ammo, it will be a lot less reliable. So don't get used to it. Likewise, don't get used to bouncing everything incoming from T-72s, because once the Soviets arrive with T-64s and T-80s, they will have the good shit. They will have 3BM26, 3BM32, I think. I think they're getting Vant. I don't think they're getting anything newer than Vant. They're not getting Mango, because Mango is too new. Mango wasn't in service yet for another year. So the Soviets are going to have much better ammunition than the East Germans. The Abrams will still be pretty strong against it, but the M60 is going to be crying in a corner, and the Abrams will have to watch out, especially at closer ranges. That would have disabled his gun, so that's something at least. For those who are not familiar with the game, maybe this is your first time seeing it, the after action reports, the color coding tells you what is what. So the white and gray checkerboard is the incoming round itself, or if it's a heat round, it's the heat jet after it detonates. The sort of barber's polling is time coding. So each stretch of gray or white corresponds to a certain amount of milliseconds, I forget how many. Then your actual spool color coding is by energy state. So yellow is really high energy shit, real fast, carrying a lot of oomph to it. It will wreck shit it hits. Orange is kind of medium energy. It's lethal to people. It's probably going to do severe damage to anything it hits, but it's not like yellow stuff, which can go through multiple vehicles if you're lucky, or if they're unlucky. And the red stuff is low energy, so red stuff typically, like you'll see it just kind of go out the top of the tank and flop onto the ground behind it, or it might bounce around the turret and then embed in somebody, but it won't kill them. Or, you know, you'll see sometimes a red piece go into a throwing charge and bury itself inside the throwing charge without detonating it, which is, I've had it happen a few times and it is very spooky. It's a little low there, so we tracked him, but we didn't kill him. That one killed him. That one very much killed him. But in his dying shot, he toasted one of our M60s, it would seem. So yeah, I was right. His turret crew was dead, and that's why they got popped at the last second by that T-72. It was his dying shot. And that was me firing at the last one that hadn't been knocked out yet. Single red fragment went into a propellant casing, but it started it cooking. It didn't detonate it, but it started it cooking. So yeah, that has been Gunner Heat PC part 2 of the stream. I will see who I can send you guys along to again, and I will catch you for armor. I know it's pretty late for some of you guys, but felt like just adding on a bit to the stream since it got cut off earlier. Bear with me. We could do a comedy thing and raid Quas for the second time today, but we might send you somewhere else this time. I think I will send you guys to Darth Urso today. There we go. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me today, guys, for both streams. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe. I will catch you on Monday for some armor and for some TAC view shit. Probably that one DCS mission I wanted to go over, and also we might look at some of the stuff that happened today words on Enigma server. Till then, enjoy.